Welcome to the Face to Face. I'm Genevieve Kyle Lefebvre, and it's a pleasure to host you today to the Michael Wright Art Gallery at Leeds Square to celebrate a $100,000 donation from the Crossroads Coffeehouse to the Crossroads Society. Stay with us. We have a beautiful series of interviews of people that will be performing and also people that has contributed to this beautiful initiative. Thank you so much for joining us, and we're happy to present you a beautiful evening of music.
We are absolutely delighted with that. Now, I also have to thank the people who volunteered to bring cookies. Jackie brought some macaroons. Laura brought some gluten-free cookies. Peggy brought some butter tarts, vegan mince tarts. And Diane brought lemon squares. And that is in addition to 100 cupcakes. That is one for each one of you. That'll be coming out shortly. I know you have something to look forward to. Isn't that great? All right. So we are happy, happy, happy. Happy for the money we have brought in. Happy for the musicians who have had a chance to play here to our wonderful audience. And happy to be still here, going strong, after 25 years and counting. So also going strong after 25 years are Linda and Mark Kozina, the PoCo Sweethearts who started this whole thing. They thought that the idea just might work. They knew quite a few musicians, so they gave it a shot, starting in their basement. And the rest, as they say, is history. Please give a warm welcome to Linda and Mark Kozina.
So tonight we're hoping to inspire you with some memories that happen because of music in the community. And there are 3 main music venues in the Tri-Cities because of Crossroads Hospice. There's Sunday Music in the Park, which is now 16 years old, and it's under the guidance of George and Linda Balzer. They look for, that's a good idea, 16 years. They look for sponsors to pay the musicians who perform at Rocky Point Park in Port Moody, and then all donations that they gather are given to Crossroads Hospice. The second music venue are the actual Crossroads Hospice musicians who entertain in the hospice itself, and I will be recalling some of those memories to share with you. And of course, the third venue is our Crossroads Hospice Coffeehouse. So my introduction to Crossroads Hospice started in 1992 when I took the original Crossroads workshop called How to Talk to a Dying Person. And I'm so thrilled to have 4 of the original volunteers with us tonight, and we are all still volunteering for Crossroads. Will you please stand up? Ellie, Betsy, and Wendy. Okay, I was the first executive director for Crossroads Hospice, hired in 1999. So I'd already been volunteering for about 7 years, and they hired me to create some awareness in the community. So what better way to create awareness than with music? How many of you can pass by a street musician and just keep walking? We all stop, we all listen. And it's so exciting to hear the music in the Tri-Cities and for us to be a part of that. So my neighbor at that time, our neighbor, was David Lowe, and he knew a number of musicians because he was a musician himself, traveling all the way to Richmond to Steveston to go to coffee houses. So he was thrilled when he heard we wanted to start one in this community. So I've really depended on his guidance on how to get the musicians, how to thank them with a personal note afterwards, and just to keep that going. I think Bill probably does it on a computer now, but in my days we had to send a thank you. David has moved to the island, but he continues to still be a big part of what we did there. And Tracy Price is in our audience tonight. So Tracy, can you stand up? Come on. Tracy. Tracy stepped up to be our capital chair, capital campaign chair. Everything I learned about fundraising, I learned from that woman. She was so patient. When we found out we were going to have a freestanding hospice or a standalone hospice, she said, "What kind of fundraising do you know how to do?" And I said, "I used to sell oranges and chocolates on the girls' soccer team." But anyway, as I said, she taught me everything I know. And we raised the $2.3 million that we needed. Tracy told the stories. Tracy told the numbers, that how Fraser Health could save money if we had a hospice. And I told the stories that were in the hospice. So we got full of ourselves and thought we could sell out Massey Theatre after we did a coffee house. And we had UHF volunteer to do the concert for us. They were thrilled to be asked. Booked Massey Theatre and sold 30 tickets. I phoned a radio station and I said, "Can you help me? Can you just tell people to come for free and give a donation?" And they said, "Well, how do we know this is legitimate?" So, do you remember that, Tracy? Yeah. So in the end, by the time that we bought the special fruit basket that she wanted and the case of water, we didn't make any money after selling 30 tickets. So now we're not so full of ourselves. So we decide maybe we'll move back to the community and we'll do a concert called Voices for Hospice. And David Lowe and Mary Lightly were the champions for that. They were our hosts at the Terry Fox Theatre. $15 tickets, we sold out because by that time we had raised enough awareness in the community that they were happy to be able to help us. So we used local coffeehouse musicians and entertainers, including Edith Wallace and Steve Sanis. Those are names that we remember from here. So we had inspired the community to dream about a freestanding hospice. We had a dream.
Which way is up? Which way is up? Which way is up? Which way is up? Well, you better know before you go. Which way is up? Which way is up? Well, you learn to run before you could crawl. Built an ego about 10 foot tall. Things came easy. Things came fast. Wasn't alone. You was head of the class. But you better know before you go. Which way is up? Which way is up? Well, you had your parties and your rendezvous. You was thinking your front page news. It don't matter. No. Heard you say to get to the top, everything's in play. Well, you better know before you go. Which way is up? Which way is up? Which way is up? More than a direction. Which way is up? That's a question. Which way is up? Take some reflection. You better find out for yourself which way is up. Oh, which way is up? Oh, which way is? Which way is up? Come on, Rob. hip-hop journey. Which way? Which way is up? Someday you'll leave here. That's a fact. Remember one thing, no turning back. Jack, so get it right while you still can. It's all part of the master plan. I'm burned, don't get burned. When your name's on the wall, your number's called. I pray you'll know which way to go. Which way is up? Which way is up? Which way is up? Which way is up?
I am now with Madame Linda Kozina. I'm so official, huh? Welcome. Are you excited today? Today is the day?
Yes, I'm very excited.
So tell me what's happening today and tell me all the preparation that went into an evening like this.
Well, yesterday morning, the Seroptimists helped me make 100 cupcakes. So we've got all the cupcakes ready. And I see some people brought some baking tonight, which they normally do, which is pretty exciting. And just getting ready, I came down earlier and got the hall already, and all the chairs are set up, the coffee and tea are being made, and just to know that the community is coming out to support us is pretty exciting. And we're at the last $500 in order for us to raise $100,000. So sometime tonight the bell's going to go off, and that's our 50th person putting $10 in the pot to make $100,000.
Oh, that's so exciting. Oh, that's so exciting. So that's what we're waiting for, the bell, right?
Yeah, you're waiting for the bell. Should be soon. They were up to 46 the last time I checked.
Oh, so there's already a lot of people. We're just practicing right now. I'm catching you between
Sound check and everything else, yes.
between the sound check, yes. And you will be performing today, Linda.
Yes, the Hot Club of PoCo are opening the show, and in between I'm going to be telling stories about the music in the hospice and how it's creating memories for the families.
So tell me a little bit about this initiative in the hospice, but also with the music therapy that has also transpired out of this initiative.
Okay, so there's 3 streams of music in the community. One is the coffee house, the other one is the musicians in the hospice, and the third one is music in the park. And that one has been going for 16 years. So Crossroads uses a lot of music because it stirs your soul and makes memories for you.
Excellent. Those are all beautiful initiatives. And I know we did an interview with you and Bill earlier this year, but now we're on location, we're feeling the vibe, and we can almost touch the atmosphere that is, I think everybody's really excited to be here. Oh, this is the bell. Yay! Excellent, Linda!
So we did it. We reached our 100,000. That was what we were waiting for tonight.
Oh my goodness, I'm so happy we have that live.
That's Kate.
She's announcing the 50th person to arrive. Yay! So they have reached the $100,000 mark. Congratulations, Linda.
Thank you. It's been a lot. I can't believe 25 years have gone by. We just keep chugging along.
Well, Linda, it's a pleasure to see you today, and I'm looking forward to see you on stage, and have a great evening, and congratulations.
And especially a thank you to our very capable MC, Bill Marshall. It's Bill who creates the coffee house with the warm and relaxing evening of live music. Thank you so much, Bill. And last but not least, the city of Port Coquitlam. So I have to tell you, today I wanted to bring the cupcakes in because Mark said, well, how are we going to bring 100 cupcakes and all this musical equipment? I don't worry about those details. He's the engineer. He can worry about those. Oh, so I phoned, came down here and the door was locked. And so I phoned the city and they said, no problem. We'll send somebody down to open the kitchen for you. Like, that's how accommodating they are. They have enabled us to use this room for the last 12 years at no cost. Our agreement to the city was that we would provide a low-cost musical evening open to the community with a donation going towards Crossroads Hospice Society. Councillor Nancy McCurra is to say a few words on behalf of the City of Port Coquitlam.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm excited to join you for the celebration of Crossroads Hospice and its silver anniversary in the Tri-Cities here in the Michael Wright Art Gallery in Lee Square. As acting mayor and council designate for arts, culture, and heritage, on behalf of Mayor West and our city council, I would like to welcome you all here this evening. I would also like to recognize two distinguished guests in attendance. Both have been bestowed the highest honor in our city and the title of Freedom of the City recipients for their previous contributions to Port Coquitlam City Council. We have with us here tonight Michael Forrest, as well as we have Michael Wright, who this art gallery is named after. And speaking of this gallery, just take a look up. Somebody brought to my attention the roof, like it is curved the way it is, which makes the acoustics in the ceiling the way, so that the music sounds so beautiful in here with voices and instruments. So I want to extend our sincere gratitude to the two PoCo Sweethearts, Linda and Mark Kozina, for their unique, humbling, and innovative community service as the founders of the Crossroads Hospice Coffeehouse. Picture both of them in their basement 25 years ago, and they're still going strong today. So let's give them a hand. Here. Tonight, we applaud all the local performers who volunteer their time, passion, and talents to unite music lovers all over the years in support of a greater cause, giving back to those in need during a difficult time of immense grief. I would like to congratulate the Crossroads Hospice Coffeehouse organizers. You have grown this concert series into a meaningful fundraiser and a beloved community event for all to share. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here this evening. Thank you, Nancy.
So as I said earlier, as people were streaming in through the door, Tom dropped his $10 in the basket along with a bunch of other people. Who is Tom? There he is. Yours was the $10 that took us over $100,000 that we have raised for the Crossroads Hospice. And I am delighted for them and for all of us that we have all been able to do this. Thank you so much. So a big round of applause for Linda and Mark Kozina, who started it.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you very much. And we couldn't do it without Bill because he really does a lot of work. Wrote all the history up and did everything. Look at all these singers that have come up.
So I am delighted that we have such a huge crowd, and it's going to be a very huge lineup for those cupcakes. I'm sorry. Sorry to have to tell you that, because now is your time to head for the coffee, the tea, the cookies, and the cupcakes. And again, thank you also very much for coming. We have a great show coming up after cupcakes.
I am now with Nancy McCurra from the city of Port Coquitlam, and it's a pleasure to have you with us today. I think they're starting again quickly, and this is beautiful initiative specifically in art and culture, so you must be so inspired by these beautiful people today.
It's always an inspiration, especially coming here to the Michael Wright Art Gallery. Our arts, culture, and heritage in our city is thriving. As you can see, so many people here tonight. And thank you as well for coming, because it's with the news that it helps broadcast out that we are here.
Yes, absolutely. What is your favorite part of the evening so far?
Well, I love listening to Mark and Linda and the stories that they've told, and just to think that they started all of this 25 years ago in their basement. They truly are sweethearts. And with Linda mentioning that she doesn't know how to read music, and just, it gives everybody inspiration to think that you can do and be whatever you want to be, and to think you can make a cause, whatever it is. And the goodness in their hearts certainly have made this cause here for the Crossroads Hospice, you know, truly unbelievable. Imagine raising over 2 point some million dollars over 25 years.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Councillor Mency Mekara. It was a pleasure to see you today, and I think it's very lovely to see people from the city that comes to these events like this, because you guys are definitely part of this beautiful event and, of course, this beautiful city. That is Port Coquitlam, right?
Thank you. It's the heart of our city, the arts and culture and heritage. Have a good evening.
Good evening. I am now with Mark Kozina from the Coffeehouse Hospice Crossroads. So welcome, and tell me what's happening today. I see there's a lot of beautiful people waiting for an amazing show. So tell me what's happening on your side here.
Well, it's a very special day because we're celebrating our 25th anniversary. And so all the folks that are coming in tonight, a lot of them were around when we just started out on this hospice journey. So
25 years ago.
25 years ago, yes.
So tell me, who will be playing, who will be performing today?
So there's a band, with four-piece band that's going to come up in the second half. They were warming up, and they're just amazing. Just a beautiful music. And then in the first half of the show, Linda and I will be entertaining.
And what's the name of the group? Is there any name?
It's called a side project.
I am now with Susan and Dawn. Susan and Dawn has participated in many different ways in this initiative here today. And I would like to know, tell me, what have you done? You have coordinated musician, I'm understanding. Tell me a little bit about the story.
Well, we have played together. Actually, I came here long before I even knew Dawn, way back a long time ago, and to play with other musicians that I knew from Vancouver. People come a long way to play for nothing, to support this. I mean, really, it's quite amazing. And my good friend Sue Malcolm, who has organized the music for all that time, finally said, I can't do it anymore. Can somebody else take over? Which is when I took it over. So now I am the one that organizes the music in the hospice. So we have a group of people that, I mean, it's really quite wonderful. And that's how I support what's happening here. Plus, we still come and play because we like to play, and this is a wonderful situation.
Do you play as husband and wife?
We do that. We also play with other people. We have other musicians that join us. We invite them to join us. This is a very special place for me because after not playing publicly for 30-odd years, I was raising a family and paying off a mortgage. This got me back into playing music, and now that's what I do.
That's what you do now.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Well, he's retired, and we're both retired, but really Dawn plays a lot of music with a lot of different people. I mean, we're a duet. We have a trio. We have a Hawaiian band. Dawn plays with a cowboy band. I mean, really, it's music. It's all about the music.
It's all about the music. We play just about anything that we can except loud music. We play a lot of jazz.
Excellent. So you have been coordinating the musician, and you also, I'm hearing, you've done a lot of different things to raise money, even going to Safeway to play at different locations.
Yes, in the early days, 20 years ago, Mark Kozina and we formed a little band that would play gypsy jazz, and we did a lot of fundraisers for the hospice. And we've kept that up. We've played a number of times. So it's always all been good.
This year for the walk for the hospice or the run, the hike for the hospice, our Hawaiian band went down and played at the Port Moody City Hall for everybody that was going out to do it, and it was a really nice event.
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for everything you do. Keep shining, and we're happy to have you guys celebrating with everyone today.
We had many ways to try and reach that capital campaign goal that we had. One of them was to have a calendar made based on the Nudie Patootie calendar that the English ladies did. So this is 2008, and all the musicians got together that were playing for the Hospice Coffeehouse at that time. And Don Kellett is here. He's a brave one. Thank you, Don. Don Kellett is in here, as well as a number of other volunteers that were singing at our coffee house at that time. And we also put together a CD. So the musicians who had a CD already said we could have one of their CDs. So we have quite a list of musicians who helped us out with this, and we sold them for $10 each. And you'd be surprised how many of these come into the Crossroads Hospice thrift store now. And my favorite memory of what we did to raise money was the Terry Fox School was putting on Fiddler on the Roof. So we got this brainy idea that we could call a young lady to come and perch herself on the 5th floor of the hospice on the roof and play her fiddle. So you can look at this at coffee break, but there's no guide wires holding her up, no firefighters there with their bucket. We just said, step out on the roof and play Fiddler on the Roof. Would we do that nowadays? No.
No.
But we got away with a lot and apologized after. That's how we did it.
Now we're going to mix it up with a little bit of silliness. And it's a Rob Turner tune.
Gee, what does that make me?
The comic relief. So far?
Hardly.
So far. Why don't you say something about this song, Rob?
Well, I don't know.
Thank you.
It's the title.
That's the title of the song.
I think that's how it works. All right. Yep. Yes, sir. One. I don't know where you think you're going. I don't know where you think you've been. I don't know if you're really seeing what you think you really saw when it all began.
I don't know what you think you're thinking. I don't know what you think you said. I don't know what you want to do about the way you do about the things in your head. I don't know where you go.
I don't know what you think you're selling. I don't know what you think you sold. I don't know if you know that you're reaping what you're sowing, that you never should grow.
I don't know where you got your toe in. I don't know if you had your foot firmly stuck in your mouth when the money ran out, like I knew that it would. I don't know where you go. In your head, nothing ever seemed to make a lick of sense, whatever you said.
Come on, Rob. I don't know where you go. I don't know what you think you're doing. I don't know what you think you've done. I don't know if you ever stumbled on the way to be the thunder, tried to be number one.
I don't know where you think you're running. while you're on the run. I don't know if you'll ever stumble on the way to being humble while you're coming undone. I don't know where you go. In your head, nothing ever seemed to make a lick of sense, whatever you said.
I just don't understand the situation.
What's he thinking anyways?
She's just not right in the head.
You just don't get it.
I don't think you're ever going to get it right.
What's wrong with him?
Oh, this really messed up.
I don't know where you go. In your head, nothing ever seemed to make a lick of sense, whatever you said. Nothing ever seemed to make a lick of sense, whatever you said. Nothing ever seemed to make a lick of sense, whatever you said.